You believe you control your attention. You think you choose what to focus on. But if you watch carefully, you'll notice something unsettling. Your attention moves in patterns, and those patterns are not random. They are structured. In the earlier phase of this series, we examined consciousness itself, how identity assembles, how perception filters, how awareness reveals structure. Now we move deeper, because understanding consciousness is only the beginning. Living with clarity requires understanding what actually drives your experience moment to moment. And that driver is attention, not thought, not emotion, not belief. Attention. Attention feels passive, like a spotlight you aim. But in reality, attention behaves more like gravity. It falls, it follows force, and the forces that move it are predictable. Watch your mind for 10 seconds. You will notice attention does not stay still. It moves toward threat, novelty, unfinished loops, emotional charge, identity relevance. This is not weakness, it is structure. Across contemplative traditions and modern neuroscience, 3 primary forces consistently appear. They were described differently across cultures, but the pattern is the same. 1. Survival salience. Attention prioritizes what appears threatening or uncertain. This is why a small noise pulls you from deep thought. It is not distraction, it is biological design. 2. Reward prediction. Attention moves toward anticipated reward, not actual reward. Anticipated reward. This is why scrolling feels compulsive. Your attention is chasing prediction errors, not pleasure. 3. Identity reinforcement. This is the least discussed. Attention moves toward anything that confirms the self-story. Praise, criticism, comparison, memory. Your attention orbits whatever sustains the narrative of me. These 3 forces explain most mental movement, and they operate automatically. Because the forces compete, threat interrupts reward, reward interrupts reflection, identity interrupts clarity. From the inside, this feels like chaos, but from the outside, it is patterned. If you track your attention for a day, you will notice it rarely moves randomly. It oscillates between security, stimulation, self-definition, over and over. Long before cognitive science, contemplative systems mapped this terrain. Early Buddhist psychology described attention being pulled by craving and aversion. Yogic systems describe mental fluctuations as patterned movements. Christian hesychasts described logismoi, recurring thought impulses with predictable themes, different language, same recognition. Attention moves according to structured tendencies, not free will, not destiny, structure. Clarity does not stop attention from moving. It reveals the movement. And once seen, something subtle shifts. You stop identifying with every shift. You begin to recognize, this is survival pulling. This is reward prediction. This is identity maintenance. And the moment you see the force, it weakens. Not because you suppress it, but because it no longer operates unconsciously. This is the beginning of living with clarity, not controlling attention, understanding its structure. You cannot force attention to be stable, but you can remove the illusion that it is random. When attention is understood, Its movements lose their authority. They become weather, not commands. And clarity is not the absence of movement. It is the absence of confusion about movement. The structure of attention does not disappear when you awaken. It becomes visible, and visible patterns no longer dominate. In the next phase, we will examine what happens when identity itself no longer directs attention, because living with clarity is not about stillness. It is about accurate seeing, and attention is the first layer.